not seen since 2001 through to 2003, has Venus entered the sign of Cancer and done an amazing job of connecting to Jupiter in his exaltation 2 summers in a row. We're going to go into that kind of summer of exalted love as Jupiter, the greater benefic, joins hands with happy, lesser benefic Venus in Cancer and opens up doors of luck, opportunity, goodness, gratitude, growth, and expansion. It's going to be your desires and your fairy godfather making a pact. We did this same energy in 2001 summer and 2002. This energy played out from summer of 2001 to 2003, where there was a double your money, double your luck kind of conjunction between these two planets. I love this kind of energy for us this summer. We need a break. It is the oasis of sweetness in a very difficult month. That first 10 to 15 days of August is crunchy. I talked about that in my all signs videos for you for this month ahead. Check out that in my playlist. But this is like a golden placement. It is where one thing after the other good can happen in our lives. Cancer belongs to one whole sign house in your natal chart. Venus is moving through that part of your Cancer sky in the month of August, beginning July 31st through to August the 5th, 25th, July 31st to August 25th, Venus in Cancer. Now, she does this every year, but not when Jupiter is there. To get Jupiter holding her hand, you need on average to look at that as an every 12-year cycle. So I want you to really spend some time leaning into the goodness here. The date of the conjunction is around the 12th. 13th, time zone dependent. And importantly, you can use that day to harness the goodness. You can do the most important email you're ever going to send, that important phone call, launch that website, get that domain registration done, sign a contract or deal that really matters to you. You can use it as a positive election. Election means you're going to choose to do something on the day of a super auspicious sky. Great to make candles and perfumes and talismans. A little bit of astrological magic around that time doesn't hurt either. I'm looking forward to doing something amazing. I might launch a new channel just for fun on tarot on that date. Now, let's sort of take a step back before we get going and remind you that today's reading for your sign about the transit of Venus through the sign of Cancer and her rarity in terms of the Jupiter conjunction, let alone the trine to the North Node, which makes it hundreds of years rare, is going to be a general bell curve reading. This is not your personal natal chart, but it does have meaning and it will have some accuracy. If you're listening today for your sun sign, think about career and purpose matters. If you're listening for your moon sign, think about your home and home life for you, those of you who are listening for your moon sign. Your rising sign is your avatar in the game of life, the simulation game player character. And therefore, a lot of your circumstantial life stories like home, marriage, all of that, people, children, those will be highly impacted by your rising sign degree or sign. So if you're listening to your rising sign, that's great, but listen for sun sign too. I find that before the age of 7 and after the age of waking up to maturity, we begin to operate a lot of our life story from the solar energy, which is like the soul of who we really are. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, guess what? My name is Lori Lothian. Well, I'm using Western Tropical Zodiac. I love the whole sign system, and that's what we're doing today. All astrologers on YouTube have to pretend we're using whole signs to make general predictions for your sign. So if you don't know how to cast your chart in whole sign houses, look at my free tutorial below. And you can also look at your sky from the lens of finding your rising sign in that same tutorial. And if you're interested in learning to be your own astrologer and time your best life, it is possible to use astrology for that reason. Come join me in Sky Reader September 13th at 6 weeks, my 6th time teaching this course. Love the class, full of fun. We are live. We have a Zoom call, Q&As on the weekly. We have guest bonus teachers. You get to keep the content forever and ever and ever as yours once you take the class. And on top of that, I also will have private groups on Facebook and Discord where you can meet with other students. So if you want to join me for that class, it's highly affordable for the amount of high-touch content you're getting from me. I never sell that class. I only teach it live. So come join me. In the description box below is the early bird discount waitlist. We're opening up early bird enrollment on July 31st, probably, or August 1st. And then I'm opening the general shopping cart in the middle of August after Mercury gets out of his retrograde. Okay, let's get starting talking about the story of Venus in the sign of Cancer. What does it mean to be in Cancer? Mother, nurturance, cozy, comfort foods, comfort pleasures, a home and homeland, the nest. Venus will attend to our pleasures, our emotions, our comfort when she's in the sign of Cancer. Now that Jupiter's there with her, the goddess of love, beauty, kindness, friendship, and peace is meeting with Mr. Justice himself, exalted. We may see some world peace stories coming. I'm going to be putting out now all of my world astrology videos on Wednesdays. So I'm going to separate my general all signs content from the world astrology. That means that those of you who love world astrology, no sweat, you can go get it. But I can give you a clue, guys, just a little hint. Cancer rising people and nations, Elon Musk, Cancer rising, but also Alberta, the province in Canada, who's now doing a referendum to separate from the country, is a Cancer rising province, and it's a reliable chart. With Venus and Jupiter there, they're very, very powerful. They can either use their threat to separate from the country of Canada to leverage what they want from our government, which is fair, or they may indeed have a good referendum in which they will have enough votes to separate. So we'll be seeing what that looks like with this story. Those are examples of what we can use this kind of content for in terms of world astrology. In today's video, I'm also going to draw a card for you with my astrology predictions for your sign from this particular Angels and Ancestors deck. I'm really enjoying adding oracular content. I'm also a tarot reader, and I may indeed start a tarot channel just for fun to break up the same old of doing nothing but astrology. So if you like oracle draws, as well as the astrology together, I hope that satisfies you. That's how we're going to approach how to handle the energy of Venus for those 3 weeks, especially with regards to the Jupiter energy, and understand that it's coming back again next summer. And it will remind you sometimes of things in your life that go back to 2001 summer to 2003 summer. For those 2 years were encoded with this energy, and those times of your life relative to your Cancer whole sign house is relative to your repeat rinse cycle. You know, we have a lot of different things in the sky, of course, like the North Node, but you could go back to those years and make comparisons. You know, like if you're Leo rising, if you're Capricorn rising, it's in your marriage house. You know, if you're, an Aries rising or sun or whatever is relative to that, it's in your fourth house of home, property, land, and real estate. So I can even make comparisons with my mind right now. I moved from the United States to Canada in the 2001 to 2003 Venus-Jupiter conjunction in my fourth house. It happened in the summer of 2001, summer of 2002, and by 2003, I landed my ass in Canada. And Venus brought luck and ease and grace, and Jupiter expansion, growth and goodness, and home. And it was a beautiful new home, and sold my home in the United States and made a ton of money. So that's an example. Let's go ahead. Let's look at some charts, and then we'll do your sign. You're probably wondering, what kind of chart does she want me to look at? Well, there's many charts I want you to look at, but this is one of them. I want you to see here the vibe, right? What's going on when we look at the conjunction. Whoa, that's not the one. That's my Kazemi chart. That was for another video. Let me pull up the one I want you to look at. I apologize for that. Let's get the one that's actually relative to the question at hand. This one. This is a chart of what happens when Venus and Jupiter conjunct in Cancer. So you'll see that it happened in 1966, August. And then you kind of give it roughly a 10 months to a year window of time where the energy is unfolding. It's not just a one-off. And then it happened in 1978. So go August of 66, to the summer of 67, for those of you who were alive then. And then you can go back and look at that again, May of 78, August of 1990. Then we see the double whammy. And that's what I was talking about. We have this back again. It's very, very rare. I am telling you, this is special. This is something we want to pay attention to. Will it let me annotate a screenshot? I don't know. Let's give it a shot. All right, let's see if I can. Well, you know what I'm saying anyway, right? Look at that. Yeah, right there. This time frame. We had it at 5 degrees and 17 degrees of Cancer. And that was back in August of 2001. I know we had 9/11 that September. Bad things happen. Well, good things happen too. That's why I'm trying to tell you. We have a really crappy or hard or difficult world astrology with a Saturn Mars opposition and Saturn Venus square. Mars and Saturn opposition, Venus square Saturn in the first 10 days, 11 days, 12 days of August. So I know it's a difficult beginning for the world, but here we have this luscious oasis of energy. This time, the conjunction is around the 12th and 13th of August. But if you want to go back and compare notes, you're going to kind of sense, as I mentioned, that maybe August of 2001, which went until June of 2002, but then rebooted itself June of 2002, to August of 2020. Sorry. Just so you actually know, this is about August of 2001 to June of 2003. And then it was June of 2003 to August. Then it was June of 2002 to August 21st, 2003. Okay, that was what I want you to say. I'm going to tell you again. Compare August 5th of 2001 through to August 21st of 2023. Those 2 years had a long glow up regarding Jupiter, Venus, Cancer. And as I said, as an Aries sun and moon, my moon, it moved me to a new home and helped me sell my US home at a really great price. So that's examples for you. We also see here again, August the 12th, 2025 at 14 Cancer. And then we see it again, June the 9th of 2026 at 25 Cancer. Clearly, guys, do you have your sun, moon, or rising near 14 Cancer? Do you have your sun, moon, or rising near 25 degrees of Cancer? Then this time frame, August of 2012 to June of 2000, August 12th of 2025 to June 9th of 2026 really impact the people with sun, moon, and rising near 14 Cancer. And then we have another reboot, June 9th of 2026. Those of you, sun, moon, and rising, 25 Cancer, what a story. Get ready through to the summer of 2027. That's your story. But for all of us, for everyone here, again, it's going to be a vibe that goes back in time, just like when, right? August of 2001 to summer of 2003. Back again. Wow, I can't believe we're doing it again. It was a big life change for me. Can you guys remember what you were doing back then? When you're all signs, I'll remind you of this cycle so you don't forget it. All right, so this is an important story. We're going to go into your sign. I want you to think about, the past, if you can remember. Some people say, I don't remember anything I lived through. I'm like, really, guys? I remember everything I lived through. I have a really good memory. All right, so here we go. We're going to do your sign. And maybe it would be good to show you one more chart for those astrological geeks out there. Some of you might want to see this one too. Let's see if I can find it on the back end of my computer. Just the general way that this cycle runs through the sky. Hang on. My mouse is not playing nice with me. Let me pull up the one more little graphic chart. You might screenshot this if you're, like one of my astro geeks. You might want to get a screenshot. Let me pull it up. Maybe I didn't save it. That's always a possibility, but let's see if I did. Nope, I don't think I did. I was just going to show you what it looks like to look at the entirety of the story, like from the whole big picture of every time, every 10 months to 12 months or so, Venus will conjunct Jupiter in different signs. I was going to show you that chart, but I can't seem to pull it up. So we're going to let it go. I will be doing another video on this anyway. It's Mercury retrograde. The software isn't working. As we get closer to the 12th, 13th, 14th, I will do one more video on this with a deeper dive because of the minor asteroids, and I'll be drawing much more of the North Node into the story. But this is my first video on this celestial powerhouse of a time. Here we go. Venus in Cancer, July 31st, all the way through until August 25th, when she moves into Leo. Do not forget, please like and subscribe. And please, if you're enjoying this content, share this content with friends and family. And I do read my content, my comments down below as well. And so I don't read every comment, but I try to stay abreast of what you guys are giving me as feedback. So please comment. And if I like your comment, I heart it. And if I have something to say, I do respond. All right, let's get going. Let's do your sign. We're going to start with Aries. So here we go, guys. Let's roll into our all signs delineation for this amazing sky coming up, the oasis of calm and goodness. Now, we do have a kite, which is a world event in our early story. We'll be doing a world astrology video this Wednesday. Stay tuned for that. But also take a look at this. I'm going to tell you it's 14 degrees and 3 minutes. If you add that up, it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is a number of pleasure, passion, lust, strength, and power in the tarot and numerology energy. So this 8 energy is highly intense and very importantly activated. Now, one thing about this as well, at 14 degrees, it's a temperance card in the tarot. Maybe it's going to bring balance into our lives. Maybe it's going to bring harmony, alchemical magic, and a mixing of the elements. We shall see, as an angel attached to that. We'll be talking about the asteroids and the North Node delineation on the actual video. So if you like this kind of content, as we approach the actual date of this event, I'll have a deeper dive video. Let's just start with the basic overview. You will notice that we have the North Node up here, and Venus will contact that North Node a few days after the conjunction of August the 12th. In this regard, we have amazing rare stories going on, and we will be covering that in more depth. What I want to draw our attention to now is the basic idea of this transit. Having Venus coming into contact with Jupiter, having her do it over 2 years, again next August, asking you to compare your life more specifically to how it felt to be you in 2001 through to 2003, summer to summer. But also remember, this has already happened before. And I don't think you guys realize that you probably needed to screenshot the chart that I had for you. And if you didn't screenshot it, please do that now, because it does help you remember the basic cycle of the conjunction so that you can compare notes. Please just grab it now. I should have said grab it, because this was like June of 2003 at approximately a year. This was like August of 2001. Yes, I mentioned that, but go back to 1990, go back to 1978. Don't limit yourself, right? Try all of them. And I know what you're saying. I can hear you. Yes, of course, there's a beat that was skipped. This happens sometimes in astrology. 2002 did not lead to 2014. We missed an opportunity. It wasn't available because we got double your money with these August of 2001, August of 2002. So you can't even go back and talk about how great this was for you in 2014. It didn't happen. Or 2013, it didn't happen. So we have something really special going on. Okay, so let's go back to the sky. We're starting with Aries. Let's bring ourselves back to the Aries sky. This is the overview. Please subscribe so you get the deeper dive. There's some really cool asteroids involved. I'm not going to talk about them now. I'm teasing you with the asteroid story. All right, we're going to go into Aries, sun, moon, and rising. And we'll just bring ourselves back to the Aries first house delineation. And FYI, it is around, for those of you doing elections or magical astrology, it will be around about 12:30 a.m. in Washington, D.C. or Eastern Daily Time. The conjunction is exact. So, 9:27 p.m. in Vancouver, Canada, or Los Angeles. Adjust for your time zone. If you wanted to do an astrological talisman or send an important email, I'd say try to grab this about 6 hours before, 6 hours after this particular cazimi or merger of Venus and Jupiter. And Jupiter is visible in the sky, which is great because we can see him. He's far enough away from the sun. He's very powerful. Aries, sun, moon, and rising sun. Welcome to this amazing oasis of goodness in the month of August. Don't worry. Not everything will feel as crunchy as those first 10 days. And this is like where you have nectar of sweetness, the fourth house, you Aries moons particular, your home, your property, your real estate, for you suns, your career path, your ascendant, anything to do with your home life, people in your home. It's a legacy wealth, family of origin money. It's your ancestral line. It's things to do with what you do in the midnight hour. The private life that you have is being blessed. Now, practically speaking, it can bless your property, land, and real estate deals, rentals, negotiations, sales. All of those things are blessed, reminding you it ain't just a day long story. This will roll through to a reboot next summer and last all the way until the summer of 2027. So we're going to make it simple for you, right? August of 25 to summer of 27. these blessings keep showing up for you. And so don't think about, oh, I can't buy or sell a house or rent a place. It's just not possible right now. Of course not. It's not about August the 10th, 11th. Why isn't it about August or 12th or whatever? Take your pick. It's August 12th. It's because this sets up a synodic cycle that's going to unfold over time until the next conjunction and then one after that. So you're bundled into an egg of goodness that lasts until summer of 27 for the themes that I just indicated. So you can be rich and prosperous in and from your home. Artistic projects that you do and create from your home can be wealth productive and successful. This can bring children to your home, particularly grandchildren. But maybe because Jupiter rules your house of grandchildren, but maybe just even fertility and children in the home, love in the home, beauty in the home, exalted wealth in the home. So is there anything to complain about? Not at all. Saturn, Neptune, especially Saturn, will want to make it solid, lasting, concrete, and over time gently unfold. And I will address the North Node element in my video for all signs in the middle of the month because we're talking about the asteroids. But just know that the flow to the North Node in the 12th house can also bring a home in a foreign land, love with somebody in a distant foreign shore that's going to be partaking of your home, moving your home to a distant land or foreign shore or distant place, and possibly even an increase of wealth and revenue from barter trade, income, and money made from foreigners, foreign people, and foreign places. Now, let's draw a card from the Oracle deck. Remember, Venus is in Cancer, July 31st, all the way through to the 25th of August. That's what I'm going to talk about for the card draw and this energy of Jupiter, Venus. Also, remember, this could remind you of your life in 2001, summer, August to the summer of 2003. And I talked in the intro of how as a Aries sun, but an Aries moon, it indicated a change of home for me. And I sold my home in the United States and I took possession of a beautiful new home in Canada. That 2-year window of 2001 to 2003 was very, very powerful. And also for my son, I changed my career path. Okay. And so there's 2 things going on there for me back then, but I was doing a new career path from my home as I left an old career path from my home. So I want you to compare notes. If you can go back in time, it's most like that time. Now, what card do I have for you? Can I give you an energy? It got this particular card for you. Let me stop the share and show it to you. From the Angels and Ancestors deck by Kyle Gray, I got Spirit Fox. Trust your talents in changing times. Now, I like that because I want to start opening up some other opportunities in my career, writing my astrology book for my agent, you know what I mean? And maybe starting a tarot channel because I need to do something different. I need to break up the monotony of the same thing. And so trust your talents in changing times is pretty self-evident, isn't it? I don't know if I'm going to read from much of this, but I will give you a little reading. Venus rules are creative and artistic, procreative talents. Jupiter rules wealth and luck. So your talents and your artistic talents may bring you, I just opened there randomly, just straight up. Trust your talents, stay alert, changes in the air. This is saying that you are in a changing time. You are changing at this time, and although it may not always be comfortable, you are equipped with all you need to survive the shift. And believe me, it felt like a survival shift in moving countries in the last time this happened. You are being presented with opportunities to reach spaces you've never encountered before, and this can make you feel on edge, but be open to the shifts that are occurring. They are blessed by Venus in Cancer with Jupiter. The experience of being hunted or threatened can be behind you now, and you are being invited to come out from your den and reveal your glory and your talents. Call upon Spirit Fox Medicine to help you be seen for who you are and trust your talents in order to be the best you can be in this changing time. You know, your talents and gifts you're born with is Leo for you guys. It is your 5th house. And that's where Mercury currently is retrograding as I record this on Monday, the 28th of July. And he will go direct around the 10th of August. But considering that Mercury could bring you back in touch with the natural gifts and talents that you were engendered with from the 4th house, your mom, your dad, your ancestral line, really lean into the things you were good at before someone taught you how to do it. For me, it's always been writing. I had to teach myself how to talk on YouTube, but I've always been a very good writer. So look at your talents, Aries. What were you always known to do? Your teachers said you were good. Your parents suggested you had a talent there. What did you love to do at age 16 or even at age 4? If you remember that, those are the fifth house ages where your talents and gifts were becoming evident to you and those around you, because they will bring you Venus and Jupiter energy, prosperity, wealth, expansion, growth, creativity, enjoyment, and pleasure. I hope that's useful. Let's move on to Taurus. And let's get you guys up because I don't think I see you. There we are. Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. Am I recording? I better be, damn it, Janet. Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and talk about the story. You're a Venus ruled individual, so are Libras. And so you might want to think about how important this kind of thing would be for you as a Venus ruled person. This is very similar to the energies you lived through in 2001, August to June of 2002. But then it extended on a reboot, June of 2002 to August of 2003. So if you think August of 2001 to 2003, you're back again. This is that extended version of Venus moving through Cancer, connecting with Jupiter. How exciting. You're going to notice that these two are coming together. They're in your third house. And this is Venus, sure, July 31st to August 25th. Sure, she's in your third house in Cancer. But that combination of meeting Jupiter on the 12th is exquisite. This oasis of goodness in a gnarly month of August is something to treasure. And it extends itself, as I said, over the next 2 years, actually through August of 2025 to summer of 2027, where you're going to find good things happening to do with writing, communicating, traveling, neighbors and neighborhood, businesses, if you're going to set up your own business, especially the local neighborhood brick and mortar stuff, but also in our modern day world, it's our virtual neighborhood. And so business endeavors connected to online creations or real businesses can be very much a place of thrival, of expansion and growth. Siblings, aunts, cousins, uncles, the whole gamut, that whole tribe is here. Blessings to them, blessings in how they interconnect with you. So mutual receive blessings with those people. If any one of you is creative and wants to write, then this will bring prosperity through writing and writing projects. If any of you has any desire to travel, especially shorter distance, this is exquisite. And it opens up 2-year blessings for skills-based learning. What do I mean by skills-based learning or teaching? It means that you can use this thing right away. Like, I'm going to learn a trade. I'm going to get my real estate license. I'm going to get my physiotherapy degree. You can use it to go to work, right? It's not some kind of ivory tower higher education. It's a college. It's a trade program. It's an apprenticeship. Learning will be featured highly, and those new skills that you learn will bring prosperity. Maybe some of you, if you're old enough, had the similar vibe of all the things I've mentioned in 2001 to 2003 summers. Jupiter means teacher, guru, guide, educator. This is an education house. So I'm really going to lean for you into the idea that education can create prosperity, growth, and delight and joy in your life. So if there's something you always want to study or learn and maybe apply it to professional endeavors, you can get great gains from your career thanks to that North Node in the 11th house through re-education or even the first time education for those younger ones listening. With Jupiter in the third house, also luck and travel come together. And for those of you looking for love, this is particularly auspicious to have new love stories emerge. Venus is your romance and love goddess. Jupiter is in the third house to bless that. New love stories come because you're traveling. New love comes because you're learning. New love shows up because you are having a good time with the neighbors or hanging out with people in the neighborhood. But I won't give you any reason not to online date. Online dating now belongs to the third house. Now we have someone with a hedge trimmer. Well, all the other noises are here. I'm hoping this is not heard by you. Now, one thing I would say lastly about the third house, it's a bit of a cadent juncture. Lots of stuff happens there. Busy, busy, busy. But technically, someone could give you some funds that make you wealthy because third house sextiles you. It could be money from a sibling that opens up doors for you. And it could be money from a extended relative. So don't think prosperity from this could, in the next 2 years, come from many different avenues. Now, I'm going to draw a card for you. I want to help you sort of get the tonal quality of what's going on in this story of having this beautiful blessing in your third house. And I got the White Witch for you. Oh my gosh, she's beautifully appointed with an owl. She has a very Athenian quality, if I do say so myself. The White Witch. Okay. It's interesting because the third house is a house of oracles and diviners, crystal ball gazers, card readers, all of that. Why? Because it's a house of the goddess. If you wanted to go to the ninth house, according to Demetra George, you went to the Oracle of Delphi. And it was expensive and it was dangerous. You had to travel on a pilgrimage. If you went down to the neighborhood crystal ball shop, that's your safer route. That's the third house. So white witches belong to the third house. Lean into guidance from the witches and consult the oracles of the local hood, or the easy ones to get to, or the online world. So be the light. Be the light is your message in this transit, July 31st to August 25th, with the emphasis on the Jupiter luck. Now, be the light. Let's take a look at White Witch for you and see what there is in the book. And knowing that there is no easy order to this thing, give me a minute. It's not the easiest story to find in this book. Is this alphabetical? Oh my God. Here, White Witch, be the light. This is Kyle Gray's book, right? Angels and Ancestors. Take the higher road and choose the light. Remove yourself from lower energy experiences. This is a card that says, choose not to be pulled into dramas, bickering, or energies that will limit your joy. Then I'm going to say to you, especially from friends in the hood, neighbors, aunts, uncles, cousins, and siblings, don't get involved in their drama either. If you're surrounded by people who are hostile towards you or someone else, or you are in a negative situation during this transit, please, perhaps in your workplace even, you're being invited to be the light. You are an incredible person who can really bring light. So how can you change the energy? How can you redirect the conversation to love? How can you protect yourself? How can you help the person that is being picked on? Or are you the one who's guilty of causing the drama? Hopefully not, right? You will know the answers. Know that also you're being encouraged to shine the light where you were born to share. Shine the light where you're born to share. This is a writing house. This is a marketing, communicating, selling, ideating house. So if any of those things resonate, think of yourself as someone shining the White Witch light. Okay, I'm going to give you that. It sounds good to me. In the meantime, you are lucky for the next 2 years in the third house storylines with that Jupiter double your luck, Venus conjunction this summer and next. All right, let's go on to the next sign. I had to get up and close that hedge trimming sound outside my window in my extremely noisy neighborhood. Yes, I moved here before New York Mercury retrograde. Will I be here for long? Maybe not with that Jupiter-Venus conjunction. It looks like a better home is coming. All right, but I do love being up high and looking at some views here of the water. Let's go ahead and talk about your Gemini story, Gemini sun, moon, and of course, rising sign. Having this in your second house is money blessings, okay? And I have a progressed Jupiter sun, so I'm really looking forward to that. This is like a reset, a reboot, and a re-blessing of this story that maybe for those of you who have Gemini sun, moon, or rising felt very strongly to be true August of 2001 to August of 2003, where money blessings came your way. This is where you could be very financially fortunate. I mean, there's no two ways about it. Jupiter is wealth. He's a Hail Mary pass. He saves the day. I mean, if you're a Gemini sun, you're fortunate financially from career matters, a Gemini moon to do with property and real estate and home and legacy wealth, maybe, and a Jupiter ascendant. Any part of your life can bring you this luck. It's usually an earnings and resources house, but money you can receive is what it means. Money you can possess, wealth you can possess. It's so beautiful. Now, it's also good news for dietary habits and better health from what you eat. It's also really good for facial rejuvenation. Venus is beauty. Jupiter expands the beauty. But all said and done, more importantly, it's wealth. And so this wealth energy is here for you. And it's going to really open up doors over the next 2 years. You're going to see an oasis of goodness, though, in the shorter term while Venus is still here with Jupiter, July 31st to August 25th, where you notice your money is improving and likely through career. Thank you to the North Node in the 10th house with that beautiful moon. And you'll find money generated from career activities, purpose activities, is going to be on the increase or improving. One thing about the second house money that you have is the money you get to keep. You possess it, you save it, but you usually bring it to your life through your own actions, right? It's the house of voice, vocation, calling, speech, so to speak. And so it's not like you're going to be given money by an inheritance, not likely anyway. With this lucky, blessed Jupiter Venus combination in the money house, and it does impact you through to 2027. It's a 2-year window because it reboots again next summer. You could just kind of rest a little bit more easy. Now, this is a general reading. I'm not telling you every single Gemini doesn't have to worry about money, but most of you will find things are better, not worse, in the financial department. So keep in mind, I'm not lying to you if your money doesn't get better. I'm telling you what the general trend line is here to time your best life. Come study with me. You'll learn how to do it yourself. One thing about Jupiter here, when I finish up, is that it is about this sense of speech. We talk here, it's our throat. And so Jupiter blesses our speech, and Venus brings prosperity and pleasure and goodness through speech, and so does Jupiter. So if you speak for a living like I do, always talking, then this is going to bring more worldly success, maybe fame, even with a North Node up there, and more prosperity through the act of speaking. Okay, so speak away. What is the card we have for you from Kyle Gray's Oracle Ancestor deck? We have the Lord card. This looks to me a little bit like the Emperor in the Tarot. Take charge with authority. And look at that guy, man. He's got a stag. He's got an ankh in his hand. Woo, that's a synchronicity for me. He has like staggy horns on his head. Looks very powerful, dude, doesn't he? What are those animals in the background? Those are like rams in the background. Okay, Lord Almighty. What does it mean? Where's my book? Uh-oh, there it is. So I think it's going to be a little bit like taking charge of your life and have a bit of an Emperor on the Tarot vibe. And take charge with authority. Don't be afraid to take charge and use your voice. Oh, you can't make this up. I'm going to start a tarot channel. Use your voice, right? It's the second house of the voice. Do not be afraid to take charge or use your voice. If you like this kind of content, can you like and subscribe? Thank you. Because the channel subscriptions are lower lately. I don't know if they're dumping me out or AI is diluting the content on YouTube. So if you don't mind giving me a thumbs up and maybe subscribing, I'd appreciate it. Don't be afraid to take charge or use your voice. Be strong. Okay. Sometimes you have to take control in order to be honored. If you feel that your kindness or gifts are being taken for granted, it's time to change that. No excuse for bad behavior. The ancestors are encouraging you to hold your ground, speak your mind, and in a fiercely loving way. You have the energy and the might to overcome dramas or energies that aren't working for your growth. It's time to take charge before you find yourself in situations you don't want to be in. You're encouraged to be the boss instead of being boss. Yeah, it's like the Emperor, the boss. An Emperor, it has to take all the kings right in, right? The King of Wands, the King of Cups, the King of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. He has to engage and become all of those. That's why it's such a powerful card. You are being encouraged to be the boss. Yeah. This card brings energy of ambition and can show you have the potential to move upwards on the professional level. Emperor, material resources, prosperity, professional, but only if you act with authority and show who you really are. All right, I'm going to take that as a Gemini progressed sun. It's been 16 years since my son went into Gemini. And so I'm going to run with that one. I didn't get that in 2001, 2003, Venus, Jupiter combination. So I'm going to run with this new energy that I have. Progressed planets are not as important or significant as your personal natal placements, but they add a layer of meaning. And now we're going to go ahead and do the next sign. I'm so delighted that I got the card for the voice. Now, if you don't think oracle draws are useful, think again. Divination tools are what astrology is. It's a part of the world of divination. And it doesn't matter what tool you're using, they all combine forces. Cancer, sun, moon, and rising sign. Of course, we should have started with you because it is a big story for you. Can you go back to 2001 summer? It would have been August of 2001, then reboot June of 2002 with a completion of August of 2003. Why? Because that was the last time that Venus, Jupiter kept combining forces in your sign. This is a very important conjunction. It is on the dog star Sirius, by the way, but I'll be covering that in my deeper dive video where superior blessings are coming through. You were like born with Like Elon Musk has his sun here, right? If you were born with your sun, moon, or rising near 14 Cancer, the United States has its sun here, blesses the United States for 2 years. It looks like an S show, shit show, but it'll get better. If your sun, moon, and rising is here, things are going to look up for you over the next 2 years, as they might have done in August of 2001 to August of 2003. Compare that time frame. It could be great for your health. It could be great for you, Cancer rising. It's great for your health, your wishes coming true, your sense of being on top of the world, being leaderful, being charismatic, being magnanimous, having people drawn to you. That's a bit powerful source of energy flowing to the North Node this time, aligning you with deep purpose and life's path of meaning. But if you have a Cancer sun, it's going to really amplify career, professional success. And if you have a Cancer moon, if you do have a Cancer moon, then your home life becomes extraordinarily positive over the next 2 years. Now, what I love about this energy here for you is that you do have an unusual North Node alignment that would take us back to the 1800s. So coming into a Jupiter trine the North Node, don't forget, life is about purpose. Life is about meaning. And there's a real yearning in the sky to bring you worldly success because you went to true north, because you align with a deeper meaning and purpose. There are other elements here, but I'll cover when I get to that video in August, because we'll talk about the asteroids and the other elements of the North Node. But please consider that this is a very true north alignment energy for you as well. Over the course of the first gig, that will be this summer through to next summer, align with purpose. Now, one thing I want you to notice is that if you need to improve anything to do with your health, especially digestive health, especially mammary gland health for females, this is going to help you. Digestive health, stomach, mammary glands, all that kind of stuff, looking like you could beautify your mammary glands, women, you know what I mean? Men, you could like beautify your chest by shaving it. And then you all could work on digestive health. And certainly with Mercury retrograde in the second house, Mercury's direct at this point. So you can look at new dietary styles as well to fortify your health. That would be one thing that a lot of you might consider doing during this 3-week transit of Venus on the 31st of July through to August the 25th. Now, what I'm going to do is see how just damn lucky you are, because the sky has a card for you, and we are going to take it to the deck by Kyle Gray, and we have Take Care of Your Needs. Now, you can't get a better card, because you guys don't always take care of your needs. There's a Cancer nurturing vibe that you're like the quintessential Jewish mama with the matzah ball soup, and eat more. I don't know. It's kind of a vibe with Cancers of wanting to nurture, wanting to caretake, wanting to protect those close to them. Sometimes at the expense of protecting, caretaking, and nurturing yourself. So let's take a look at Take Care of Your Needs, because certainly Jupiter and Venus will reward you for taking care of your needs professionally, Cancer sun, in the home and domestic life, Cancer moon, and any part of your life connected to you, Cancer ascendant. Do everything you need to be at your best, then move beyond your fears and your limitations. Extended message. You have an opportunity, and I'm going to say this is a 2-year opportunity, right? It's baking this energy in over the next 2 years. This is like August of 2001 to August of 2003. What were you doing then? It's back August of 2025 to August of 2027. Here we go again. You have an opportunity to move beyond your fears, although you may feel in the dark. Get comfortable with being in the unknown. Trust the light within you will sustain you through any challenging process. Ask yourself what you need to do to feel supported, to feel alive. You may uncover something hidden from your past that you have buried deep. Know that when you unearth it and shed light on it, you create space for miracles. Well, that makes sense, guys. I can see that in the sky for you. You may feel like a lone wolf right now, but it's time for you to be the alpha. When winter card arrives, it's in the future position of a spread. No, we don't have to worry about that. We're not doing a spread. Take care of yourself. It's time. And Jupiter allows you to be generous with yourself. And generous could be like buy the things you need, right? Buy the clothes you need, buy the possessions you need. Honor what you need. Be generous, Jupiter, magnanimous to yourself in this time period. Maybe you were a little bit more allowing that in your life, 2001 to 2003. Summer, go back and rethink what you were doing back then. How does it compare? Now we're moving into Leo, sun, moon, and rising. You are the summer sun. And here we go with your Jupiter Venus conjunction, August 12th. But understand with Venus here from July 31st to August 25th, it's going to open up bed pleasures, an enjoyment of your alone time, qualities of creativity behind the scenes, working on creative, artistic enjoyment projects, whatever they are. And you'll be more inclined to spend time alone that feels nurtured, and loneliness doesn't feel lonely. You're enjoying quiet alone time. Sanctuaries, ashrams, retreats, spas, trips away to be alone. These are things that can work very well for you this 3 weeks while she's traveling here. But there's also wealth and prosperity with Jupiter. If you have a spiritual teacher, guru, guide, this is going to open up ways to connect to that person. If you don't, that's fine. It can activate desires to learn, to study. Just have a mentor, coach, or guide helping you in life, even a therapist. This energy brings prosperity from income sources connected to foreign lands and distant shores. So therefore, in our modern world, digital income, borderless revenue, that kind of vibe could be very effective. And it's not just about August. Remember that you're looking at this as a 2-year story. This is the same story. Watch the intro. This is the same story that was August of 2001 to August of 2003, a double conjunction each summer of Venus and Jupiter in Cancer. Here it comes again, Venus and Jupiter in Cancer. And this conjunction will be repeated next summer. And then it will rinse and repeat. So it is like this summer, August, to the summer, August of 2027, more or less, you have a repeating story. If I was in this sky too, I would be willing to consider prosperity and wealth can come from charity. This is where you're helping the underdog. You're being gracious and charitable to those less fortunate. And by being charitable, by kissing the feet of the guru, so to speak, by honoring those who have less, by opening up a donation to a charity more often, you're going to sprout charity back at you. And you give and you get and you get and you give, right? That's life cycle. So by giving charitably, prosperity lands at your doorstep. Also, this can be someone in a hospital setting bequeathing charitable monies to you. It doesn't have to be mom or dad even at all. It's nothing necessarily like that, although Venus rules the house of the father figures. So father figures could charitably bequeath money to you from hospital bed settings. This summer, maybe. Over the next 2 years, more possibly. Baking in that new 2-year story. One other element of Jupiter here, I've seen it over and over again, the sudden yearning to study or learn something with Venus that you enjoy and truly love. I've seen a lot of clients with this energy go back to university, school, or college. You may not do that. That's pretty dramatic, but you may start studying, learning under some tutelage, perhaps the skills-based classes, seminars, workshops. Venus rules the 3rd house. And that yearn to learn, will open up doors of prosperity for you over the next 2 years. It is time to draw a card for you about spiritual enlightenment too. Yeah, you want to get a little enlightenment, look for a female teacher. And over the next couple of years, female gurus, female spiritual teachers are your A+. All right. Okay. Yay. Hang on. I dropped your card on the floor. That's appropriate, right? It's the sun on the floor. You are ruled by the sun. I cannot believe I drew that for you. The sun. Enjoy success and happiness. Well, Venus is happiness and Jupiter is success. Let's take a look at how over the next, 3 weeks, while Venus is here, July 31st to August 25th, but more importantly, also over the next couple of years, summer to summer, what can you do with the sun? Here comes the sun. Na-na-na-na. Enjoy success and happiness. Know that doors are opening for you, Cancers. Follow up new projects, ventures, and ideas. Connect with the inner fire that is driving you forward. Yes, the inner fire that is driving you, Leos, forward right now. With Mercury having been retrograde until August 10th, a lot of that fire is asking you to go back to the past to find an ember or a spark of something that you really enjoyed in the past or want to rekindle. You are being surrounded by the brightness of the sun at this time. Opportunities to feel and be successful are swirling and dancing around you. Relationships and friendships progress with joy, and you will feel happy and uplifted. Long-term love stories can be emergent from study settings and or long-distance travel in the next year or two. If you're not somewhere bright and sunny right now, there will be other ways in which you can enjoy the warmth and joy. Solar energy brings health and vitality and energizes you. It also encourages everything to grow. The energy of expansion is with you at this time, and you are being offered the perfect opportunity to move forward. If you want to bring something to life or are ready to take a new step in a relationship, the sun will bring the right energy to you. And if you are asking a question, the answer is yes. Well, it is a good story for meeting someone new. But again, the meeting place looks like there's a travel or a foreign, not to say obstacle, I hate the word obstacle, a foreign wall between you, a distance wall. So long distance love can sprout here as well. I'm going to just close that curtain next to my left. It is really getting warm here. I'll be right back. All right, so we're moving into the next sign. Of course, after Leo, we always have Virgo, the virgins, and the pure and detail-oriented folk of the world. Purity, health, virginity, so to speak. I would like also to clarify that there's nothing precious about virginity, but it's about sacred purity. So let's get going and talk about you guys with this sky. First of all, what we want to do is we want to move you over to the next sign, and that's here. First of all, Venus here is in your 11th house of great gains from your career. It's literally like the money you make from the employment, boss, company, whatever. It can be energy connected to your long range goals, visions, and dreams. And she's traveling for the first 25 days of August, right through this sign. And this is an extremely positive element where people want to help you accomplish your goals. Friends, allies, benefactors come out of the woodwork to support you. And an elder sibling can be of great value to you at this time. But as Venus moves through here, she reaches into Jupiter's heart and they connect together at 14 Cancer, and it is a beautiful star Sirius there. We'll do that in my later video in August. It's such a powerful sky. And August of 2001 to August of 2003, you were in this energy field, okay? So it's back again. It's a 2-year cycle, really, because Venus conjoining August the 12th will continue to do it June of next summer, and then all the way lasting till the next year, or June or July, you'll get another stab at it. So I want you to think about your life. If you're old enough, how was it for being you, August of 2001 to August of 2003? Because it's kind of back again, right? This August, add 2 years. And it is extremely lucky because this is a windfall, pennies from heaven energy. Now, my daughter at the time, this is going to sound awful, but she was little, but she received an inheritance at that time. You know what I mean? And yes, the circumstances by which the inheritance was being, coming her way, let's put it that way, was not a happy story. My mother had passed, but she was receiving money from that inheritance. So although she didn't get to take hold of it until she was 18. So there's even a little girl, going through this as a Virgo rising, experience this blessed money story. So I want to encourage you to think about how you don't know where it's coming from, but because it comes from heaven, it's falling from the sky. But pennies from heaven can emerge, lucky financial breaks in the next 2 years. One thing about Jupiter flowing to the 7th house, and this can look very much like a powerful, long-term, committed, marriageable love relationship coming your way if you're single. And if you're not, it could take the existing relationship into cohabitating or moving in together as well. It is a fertility signature, and you could get pregnant under this or your partner, but it's more important to think about it. What do you really desire? What do you really want in life? What is your yearning for? Like a fairy godfather says, what do you want? And Venus says, I want this. And fairy godfather says, let's make it so. So look to vision boarding and deeper dreaming of what it is you really want in life, because this could give you what you really want, or at least allow you to see what your true desires are and then become prosperous, bounteous, and generous about it. Now, one thing with Jupiter here, it can be an extremely positive placement for a super powerful and wealthy and positive friendship. Somebody who's got a lot of clout, a lot of authority, a lot of wealth may become a friend. And so if you're looking for new friends, look for the very best to show up. I mean, not that wealth makes someone really great, but this would be like a golden friendship, a new golden friendship that's destined and fated, just like a new golden love story as well. Now, not just in the 3 weeks of first 25 days of August when Venus is here, but over the course of 2 years, as this synodic cycle is setting itself here and again next summer, and does not expire until August of 2027. What are we going to do with this story? Anything else I'd suggest? If you want to apply for a new job, you can use this time frame, or if you want to get a raise or promotion, you want to ask for it, you can use this time frame to get it, and that will be the first 25 days of August. Is extremely auspicious for job improvement, salary improvement, promotions, raises, awards, and all of those good things. Now, what card does Kyle Gray have for you guys in the deck that I'm about to look at? I find it fascinating that you're an earth sign, and I got the Earth Guardian. Stay rooted and stay grounded, earth sign Virgos. Why not stay rooted and grounded? Well, look at that beautiful emerald on her. Emerald is a color that belongs to Venus. All right, emerald green. So what does the Earth Guardian really want you to know as you go through this prosperity upgrade, perhaps pennies from heaven, career successes? Let's see what Earth Guardian says. Stay rooted and stay grounded. Take time to connect deeply with the energy of the earth. All earth signs need to do that as well. So yes, please, so that you feel deeply supported and make decisions based on strength and on integrity. The Earth Guardian, it's important with this card to take a grounded approach to your current situation. If you're rushing ahead or making decisions based on your fearful responses, you will miss out on the growth that you deserve. And I would really apply that to the first 25 days of August. Take some time to calm down, get grounded before proceeding further. Breathe, relax, and connect with your center. Then consider what to do. It's important to plant seeds that are going to grow into something beautiful rather than turn into a weed that you have to deal with. All right. So you definitely want to subscribe to my channel and don't miss a thing, because when I do the deep dive 2-hour video mid-August, I'm talking about asteroids, I'm talking about stars, I'm talking about karmic elements. So please subscribe and like if you like this kind of content, and join my channel and help this channel grow. All right, we have the next sign. And the next sign after Virgo is Libra. And let's do you guys. Libra sun, Libra sun, Libra moon, Libra rising. Libra, you're ruled by Venus, like Taurus. So it's important to pay attention. This is a very beautiful synodic cycle. Venus is co-joining Jupiter on dog star Sirius for fame and wealth in your 10th house. So for those of you who want to get rich and famous because of your career stories, you got this. It's coming your way. If you want it, you can try to grab that golden prize. There's a similarity here to not just Venus transiting for the first 25 days of August through your 10th house, but a deeper story that connects you back to August of 2001 through to August of 2003, when Venus and Jupiter joined here summer of 2001, summer of 2002, and expired out by August of 2003. Therefore, how did good things happen in your career and reputation? Now, I know if you're retired, then what are you doing that's visibly active in the world that you require a feeling of accomplishment and success in order to do it? And if you were a student or in school or still are, then how are you doing in the accomplishments of your life as a student, in that you can be recognized for success? So this sense of public recognition, status, social standing, success is blessed. This is a wedding house. Are you single? Are you in a coupledom? Well, then you could get in a relationship in the next 2 years. It leads to marriage, to weddings and wedding bells. And if you want to be in that kind of relationship, then get ready. It's definitely available for you. Jupiter up here means you're golden boy, getting and golden girl, raises, promotions, bosses love you. You can rise to the top of some career professional status. You could take over the division, rise to the presidency, CEO, chief operating officer. You are golden boy, girl, rising to the top. Celebrity, public recognition, wealth is all possible in the golden vibe of your 10th house. having the flow to the North Node in the sixth house didn't happen in 2001 to 2003. This is opening up destined, fated worldly success to work and career pathways. I would suggest you really ask yourself what kind of career path you really want to be on, because whatever you're on, it's going to succeed. And if you think, oh, well, yeah, I'll take what I'm doing. I don't like it, but I'll keep doing it. You'll still succeed at it. So success is not the issue. Do you really love it? Because Venus says, do you have fun? Do you enjoy it? Is it making you happy? Is it making you receive pleasure? Or do you like what you're doing? So please lean into that too, because you can be successful in anything you're doing. So choose what you wish to really do. Now, 10th house is father figures, authority figures, but dad as well. So dad could bless you. Dad could bring you blessings. In fact, chunky money can come as well. Residual income, passive income, royalty income, severance package, sign-on bonus, performance money reviews, sign-on bonuses. I don't know, take your pick. Those sorts of monies can come your way. Venus rules your 8th house of chunky money, but also inheritance from father figures. For those of you who might have an elder parent, grandparent, male in your family line, could lead you to some money coming your way over the next 2 years in that regard. Now, I am going to do your story from the Kyle Gray Oracle book, like I've done for everyone else. I've been astounded at the beautiful alliances or synchronicities about how the cards reflect the astrology. As I said, maybe I'll start my tarot channel just for fun. Funny what I was harping on, right? I kept yattering on about choose what you really love. This is move in a new direction. The card is the traveler card. Relative to your 10th house of career and reputation, it encourages you to move in a new direction should what you're doing not feel right. Why be successful at something you don't enjoy? That's where I'm going to leave you, right? Don't quit your day job instantly. Let the universe give you lucky Jupiter and Venus synchronistic paths to new work. And with Mercury traveling Leo, right now and through August 10th, he's direct to the end of the month. That could open up great opportunities for new career opportunities, like new negotiations, deals, gains, new opportunities for a friend telling you about a career opportunity. You look at it and you get it and you're really glad you took it. Those sorts of things are there. Now, welcome any opportunities to travel, either to the outer or inner world. So they're going to take it literally to travel. You do have Uranus, shock and awe, excitement in your 9th house of foreign travel. So why the hell not? Right now he's traveling Gemini. The road you're on may be the road less traveled, but the journey is going to be beneficial for your emotional and spiritual growth. If it isn't about covering outer distance, it's about covering distance within, and you'll be evolving every single moment. Keep things simple, and lighten your load. That will make your journey more enjoyable. You're being encouraged to see how far you've come and how you've really grown as a person, because this recognition will support you in going even further. There's a chance along the way you'll make new friends who will become companions for a lifetime. I think it's really about choosing to move in whatever new directions you need to have career satisfaction that goes along with the career success. I know I moved next to a fire hall. I don't know. Will I stay here? We shall see. Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. So yeah, 25 days, first 25 days of August, we have Venus traveling your 9th house of God, foreign lands, travel, distant shores, legal court cases, matters of academic settings in colleges, higher education. These are 9th house stories, dharma, purpose, alignment, being on purpose in life. Also, teachers, gurus, guides, mentors, and therapists may be up here. So Jupiter and Venus are blessing you here. It's not just Venus for 3 weeks or to August 25th. It's Jupiter as well, combining forces on August 12th, a nice oasis of sweetness in a very gnarly first 10 days of August. It's more than that. It's a synodic cycle. As I said in the intro, I hope you listened. On August of 2001, then June of 2002, Venus and Jupiter joined forces in your 9th house. This flows to you. It's a water trine. It opened up 2001 to 2003 as an open door policy for those 2 years to greater alignment, to success through book publishing, academic environments, international places and people, travel to those lands, legal and court cases favoring you in outcomes, matters to do with spiritual guru, guides, and teachers coming your way, and positive things happening. Scorpio, if you can remember your life 2001 to 2003, you might have even moved to a foreign country. My son happens to be a Scorpio rising. We moved him from the United States, where he was born in, God bless America, New York City, and we moved back to home and homeland. And to him, it was a foreign country. So you see what I mean? There's such blessings up here. It's not funny. This energy is going to be here till 2027, August of 25 to summer of 2027. It's a rinse and repeat energy for you. This brings blessings in this part of the sky over those years. It's extremely positive for grandchildren. If you don't have them, you might get them. So over the next 2 years, income, grandbabies, flow to the North Node, also your own fertility and pregnancy, childbirth and child rearing and bearing children. You will likely, if you want to have a baby, have a baby. Man, get your wife pregnant, wife be pregnant, or whatever, or couple, man and wife, husband and wife, doesn't matter. You know what I mean? The one with the uterus gets pregnant, and the one, inseminating gets the pregnancy happening. So what I mean is, I'm so unpolitically correct. People can have babies who are Scorpios over the next 2 years. You can birth a baby book, a baby business. You can have international success. If you publish or into the publishing industry, yes, amazing energy for you as well. Want to academically pursue something, want to go to school, higher education brings great success. And you can start entrepreneurial international businesses with this story. So much to say. I'm going to do a much deeper dive video around probably August the 8th to cover this in more depth. So please like and subscribe. You don't want to miss a thing. And I will talk about those crazy ass minor asteroids that are enjoying the story with this rare transit. Rare because the North Node is trining Jupiter for the first time since 1800s. All right, so the card I drew for you is the Lady. Enjoy growth, reap rewards. Look at that. She's got what is it, apple tree, and it's all emerald green and so beautiful. And there's a 5-pointed apple core there, which represents the head and hands and feet of a human. And the snake on her arm, the Kundalini snake perhaps. But oh my God, the transformation is there. So let's take a look at Lady. And we're going to remember the 9th house is dharmic. It's asking you to get your act together and move into directions of meaning and purpose. Use your talents and gifts, align dharmically with reality. Does that make sense to you? Maybe some of you really want to move into a direction that feels true, feels joyful, feels real, feels creative, feels entrepreneurial even. That's the North Node in your 5th house. Lady, lady, lady. Lady, lady, lady. Enjoy growth, reap rewards. That could pertain to the 3 weeks until August 25th, but I'm going to give it the whole glow up for 2 years if you don't mind. Reap what you have sown. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Grow and expand in all areas of your life. 9th house is a Lakshmi wealth and luck house from the Hindu tradition. So that's good to have the Lady there. Fertility. Oh, come on, guys. Someone like and subscribe right now. In this very moment, please like and subscribe, because I talked about fertility, children, grandchildren, making your own babies. Fertility, growth, and abundance are imminent when the Lady arrives in your life. All the seeds you have planted are coming to life, and there are plenty more rewards to come. In a material sense, this represents financial security and comfort. Yes, it's a Lakshmi wealth and luck house. It shows that there will be more than enough to go around. And if you're making business deals or setting intentions to create financial growth, the card indicates a considerable monetary success. The Lady can usher in other forms of abundance, marriage proposals, opportunities, and the birth of a child. Scorpios, I said birth, baby, business, baby, books, but baby, baby, grandchildren, and baby babies. She will help you respect nature and connect with its forces in order to have a genuinely supported journey through life. I'm giving you that for 2 years, right? That's in play. Go ahead, birth the babies, make the babies, get the grandkiddies going, whatever it is. It's exciting. Please please subscribe, guys. Please, I don't know if the algorithm might have been dumping people at the bottom in the last 2 or 3 weeks, but my views are the same. My subscriptions are down. So please give me a boost by liking and subscribing. Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising sign. First things first, what about Venus? in your eighth house till August 25th. Well, it's great to tidy up your finances, especially to do with taxes, accounting, investments, inheritance monies, bank cards, and maybe even things to do with credit and credit loans and stuff like that, especially mortgages with the North Node in your fifth house. Superior time for purchase, buy, sell, home, those sorts, or even rentals. Venus rules your house of rentals. So those stories are auspicious in the first 25 days of August. She's in a once every, ideally 12 year, but she did not connect with Jupiter back in 2013. She skipped a beat. So this takes us back to August of 2001 when she joined Jupiter, then again in June of 2002. That created a bubble of August of 2001 to August of 2003, where the energy of your eighth house was amplified. It could have led to great success financially. You could have got inheritance monies, investments that paid off, severance packages, money from strange, chunky sources that you didn't earn and you shared with other people, like your spouse. So that blessing was there for you, Sagittarius, back then. And it is back here again. And in the next 2 years, yes, it's not just this summer, it's another 2-year cycle. There's going to be that conjunction this August 12th, and it comes back next June, and it lasts until the summer of 27. So the 2 years that follow this conjunction are financially opportune, and especially related to buying and selling real estate and property, or renting property and as a tenant or as a landlord. Those are blessings, and also paying down or paying off debts. In the land of financing, mortgaging, banks and loans, things are blessed, especially if you're aiming at real estate matters. All right, so this is a beautiful transit. This is a gorgeous opportunity for a financial glow up. In the first 25 days, I really focus on your money, and I'd be looking more clearly at what you want to do to prosper and grow your investments, your real estate investments, your refinancing mortgages, maybe that kind of stuff, and having lucky breaks in that regard. Now, inheritances belong to the eighth house. And so this could seed an inheritance. Quite often, you don't get the money till Jupiter transits into Leo next year. But if you're due for an inheritance from an aging parent, grandparent, and Venus exalts your legacy wealth of mom and dad and the families of origin monies, then you may be looking at an inheritance coming your way, likely in the next 2 years. But it could, if it's short-term inheritance, you're going to come quicker, then you might be able to see that possibility immediately. But certainly next summer, in July 1st, as Jupiter moves into Leo and add a year, then inheritance money is definitely coming your way if you are due for an inheritance. Not everybody is. So keep that in mind. Lastly, the occult arts and the mysteries, tarot, numerology, hermetic arts, alchemical wisdom. You might want to learn. Jupiter says study, learn. Venus says have fun and enjoy it. Oh my God, I dropped all the cards on the ground and I'm trying to get you a card. I'm going to trust that none of the cards on the floor are for you. Oh, should I move from the fire hall area or keep the fire hall area? I guess I better pick up the cards. Give me a minute. Okay, I'm not even, but I don't want to stop the recording. I always forget to return the video to record mode. Okay, so I'm going to ask the universe, what does this mean for you? Yeah, like why are you getting this card? Why are you getting this Jupiter, Venus, lucky money job thing going? And it could last 2 years. Okay, what's the message for Sagittarius, fire signs that you are? Let's give you a card. All right, one of the things about those sirens, is I'm trying to find myself, cheerfully saying, I get to be participating in fires that go out, or first responding energy. I'm an Aries. I'm already a first responder. See your seeds grow. See your seeds. Oh, it's a hare. It's a rabbit. It's fertility. It's good shit. Okay. See your seeds grow. Now, it is a money house. You can do investments there, right? Spring. So maybe it's about seeds of finances growing for you. Let's take a look. Spring. All right, so the card says, see your seeds grow, see your seeds grow. God, just give me a minute. Oh, it's in the seasons. All right, it's in the seasons. It could indicate that what we're seeing here, the seeds that are planted by Venus, Jupiter, next spring could be blossoming for that financial glow up or that real estate move or that property sale or rental. But let's go. Embrace the change that is on the horizon and allow your dreams to become reality. It says that you are ready to bring life to all of your ideas, your inspirations, your projects. And the card appears Sagittarius. You are moving into a space that allows you to grow, expand, and create in ways you have never done before. Opportunities for abundance, including financial growth. Like, subscribe. I'm hitting the mark today. And if you're starting something new, prepare for major expansion in your soul and in your life. Well, we got the financial abundance in the card as well as in the astrology. So let's believe it's true, lean into that possibility, and make an affirmation. I am massively, effortlessly, generously wealthy. Okay, that was my affirmation a year ago, and it worked. Now, let's see, I've got 20 minutes before my Substack Zoom meeting. Join me on Substack at the Pluto Chronicles, where I write all about world event astrology in ways I can't possibly do here, plus all sign delineations. All right, moving into the Capricorn narrative, Capricorn sun, moon, and rising sign. What do you know, guys? This is a sky that says a few stories, but it reeks of marriage. It reeks of going down the aisle. It reeks of living together, moving in together, or it reeks of true love. It's fragrantly perfumed about those things. Now, when I say marriage, what do I mean? Hang on. It's like people always ask me, what do you mean by a third marriage? Yeah, I mean a third marriage, guys. Is that not possible? Hang on. So I put the fan on because it's literally hot in here, but then it's blowing in my eyes, which is not a good thing because you guys know my story. Okay, dry eyes. Okay, dry eyes. Long-term live-in, committed, monogamous love, spousal connection, like a marriage, seventh house. If you're single, and the next 2 years unfold. Venus here in the first 25 days, by the way, can bring a lot of joy, fun, pleasure, and enjoyment in a long-term love relationship that's already here. And when she connects with Jupiter, hallelujah. Can't wait to talk about that in a deeper dive. This could be a really major breakthrough in long-term love commitments. However, Venus can also mean luck and prosperity for your significant other in their lives around August the 12th. And this is also a synodic cycle. It's a 2-year window because Venus and Jupiter join again in June of 2000. I think it's June, but in the summer of 2026. And then this whole thing expires in the summer of 27. So I want you to go back, time travel to 2001, August, right? Until August of 2003. Back to back, summer to summer, Venus and Jupiter joined in the sign of Cancer. It's a similar story to that time. Did you get married? Did you have a lot of deep, profound, positive energies in your love relationship? Did you meet the true one? Did your partner have thrival and opportunity? Was your partner pregnant? Right, that's another story because Venus rules the house of fertility and pregnancy. And so maybe you can go back to that time frame and compare notes. Another way you can look at this is that anything you put into the public or the marketplace, if you have such a thing from your 10th house of career, 10th from the 10th is the 7th, then that's going to bring luck, prosperity, and thrival. And you're likely to meet Jupiter, Venus people, especially during the summer, the first 25 days, but over the next 2 years, female teachers, female gurus, maybe celebrity or powerful and wealthy friends, those energies are coming at you, Capricorn, and continue to reinforce over 2 years as this cycle emerges over time. One of the things I really love about this conjunction as well, it definitely can support greater prosperity through union, through business partnerships, not just doing it yourself, or your partner prospers and you get to benefit from their prosperity. Singletons definitely may find themselves in a very profound soulmate relationship. North Node trines this, and it could because you're traveling or journeying or learning that you meet a true love partner in the next 2 years. Now, maybe you could also say that Jupiter will bring you what you need, not what you want in love and relationship. So if there's any stress in an existing marriage or relationship, well, this is not necessarily a negative thing. There could be a namaste moment, clearing of the air, a way to reboot that relationship and bring something new to it. Or if needed over the course of the next year or two, come to a harmonious positive closure. Not all endings are negative. Creation can be destructive and destruction can be creative, kind of thing. So something could close out, but it closes out with blessings for both, right? That kind of vibe. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to draw you a card from Kyle Gray's Oracle and Ancestors Angels deck, Angels and Ancestors Oracle. And we're going to see what this is about. Because, this is really a house. It's about other people. It's not really you. And that's what makes me intrigued by, the heart guardian. Really? Whoa. We're talking about love and commitment and connection. We're talking about the heart guardian. Love and let yourself be loved. Okay, Cappies. If you've been feeling like you're in an unloving relationship, then maybe that's a message. If you want to be in one, this could bring it. Heart guardian. The guardian cards are all angels, by the way, in this deck. They'll have wings on them. Give me a minute because I have to scan through the guardian section, really. Heart guardian. Here. Love and let yourself be loved. Welcome with open arms, opportunities to give and to receive love. You are lovable, and loving. The energy of love is surrounding your whole world at this time. Let's call that the next 2 years. Angels are swirling around you, encouraging you to open your heart, reveal the blessings that you have to offer. They want you to know you are a highly loving being who deserves to give and to receive love. If you are finding it challenging to feel love at this time, it's important for you to give yourself credit where it's due. You're encouraged to welcome support from others. Learn to receive. That's an important message. Don't try and do everything on your own. If you are working on a relationship or in a new relationship, the card can usher in energies that allow you to forge a powerful connection with your partner. Love is in the air. Now, I want you to like and subscribe if you love the synchronicity. I promise you I didn't set it up. I just drew randomly. That is a love card. It's in your love house. And this is this new beginning, like 2001 to 2003, something loving may emerge in your life. Doesn't have to be a marriage partner. You could have been dating a true mate, a soulmate, or something like that. And it really fortified your life. And here we go again. And I'm going to say, look for that love story, 2025, July through August, I should say, through to summer of 2027. Next, we're going to talk to or about Aquarians, sun, moon, and rising sign. I am one of you. I have a rising sign in Aquarius. Now, Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising sign folk, let me line you up. You have this conjunction of these two babies in your house of work and health, pets and tendencies. Now, this is great for your health because Jupiter helps you find solutions and Venus brings ease and positive luck in health matters, especially digestive health, right? And mammary gland health. But over the next, year after this conjunction for sure, right? At a year, this summer to next summer, it's golden health stories, but it reboots itself next summer to the summer after of 27. So the next 2 years is lucky in health. Same thing happened around health matters in 2001, August to August of 2003. Lucky matters in matters of health. Now also pets, also tenancies, also renting or leasing property, also luck regarding debt elimination, also good positive energy regarding work. Now, with this work energy, unlike back in 2001 to 2003, there's worldly success, increase of financial gain in the Earth's second house. This truly opens up doors of a delicious 2-year run of success in the work you do in this world and the service you offer this world from a place of joy, pleasure, truth, wisdom, knowledge, growth, and expansion. Venus and Jupiter give nothing but the best here. And the worldly success of the North Node expands your earnings, finances, and financial wellness over the next 2 years. This is particularly true for Aquarius Sun and Aquarius Rising. Those of you who are Aquarius Moon, it's all about the same things, but connected to your home and property itself. Now, Venus does rule home and property, so rental property opportunities in particular are auspicious over the next 2 years, whether you lease a property or me sublease my noisy place or whatever, these are going to be auspicious opportunities for you. One thing about Venus and Jupiter here is that bosses, colleagues, coworkers, employees, and employment are positive. If I hire people here, when I will be doing that, I hire positive and productive and prosperous people that make my business grow. For example, if I get employed, I get the best job, the best company, the best lucky break. So those are themes for you. This is not just this summer. Venus is here till August 25th, but it bakes in a story that goes through until the summer of 2027 because it renews a lease on itself next summer as well. Finally, health can improve. This is such a great placement for better health. Venus and Jupiter in water. Maybe you want to start swimming, martial arts, Tai Chi, Qigong, flowing, intuitive movement, energy styles for better health, and dietary changes as well, for sure. Venus rules what brings us comfort and pleasure here. You'll find comfort and pleasure in things that you ingest, food style especially, that are good for you and also pleasurable. I mean, of course, wine is pleasurable, but I don't want to drink it on the daily. And that's my journey of my growth right now, is to lean into some more healthy energies in my story of food. You have the fire guardian, ignite your passions. I don't even need to read the card. I can tell us what it's about. Basically, we want to be of service in the sixth house, right? That's where we pay off karmic debts. It's our seva. But if we're not passionate about it, Venus is, what do you love? What do you really want to enjoy doing in work? And Jupiter says, then you'll prosper. And North Node says, then you'll get richer. So let's read the fire guardian angel to ignite your passions. Like, what the heck? Why not, right? I'm already there. Fire guardian. Sorry, guys, it's hard to find them in here, but patience stuff. Connect with your desires. Venus is, what do you desire? Jupiter says, let me get it for you. I'm the fairy godfather. Connect to your desires. The sparks could lead to something beautiful. Okay, let's remember that. You are being guided, fellow Aquarians, by your angels to connect with powerful energy of desire at this time. If you have recently set an intention to explore your sexual side or become sexually more open, the fire of that desire can burn away old setbacks that are preventing you from expressing that part of your nature. I wouldn't necessarily put the sixth house that way, but it is a dating house. So if you start dating, you can get some of that sexual fire going again. And if you're in a relationship, this card can indicate great spiritual and sexual connection. Well, the sixth house is dating. So you could start dating someone that you have a spiritual connection to and a lot of passion in the next 2 years. Otherwise, it's, what is this passion and desire connection that you wish to hook up in the work service area of your life? Because that is where you will thrive. That spark will ignite greater success, greater wealth, and greater enjoyment of your work. I don't know if it's a tarot channel, guys, or just getting my writing of my astrology book done, or whatever, but I'll let you know. If you like this kind of content, please like, please subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It would be helpful for my channel, and it keeps me excited about creating new content. Last but not least, first and always first, best and always best, is Pisces, sun, moon, and rising. Well, it's a joy house. It's a love house. It's fertility, babies, pregnancy. What can we get from this, Pisces? Certainly pregnancy, certainly fertility, procreativity. Yes. Over the next 2 years, you might make a baby. Did you make a baby 2001 to 2003? It's a return to that cycle. This is also going to pertain to what happens this August 12th, add 2 years, summer of 27. This is a rare double repeating cycle. Having this seed planted here is like, what book do you want to write? What art project? What's for performing avenue? What starlet and celebrity and success are you looking for in life that you makes you have fun, that you truly enjoy, that makes prosperity happen? Now, this is a lottery win house. Speculative gains from gambling come from the fifth house, casinos, gambling, gaming, and you could win money. You could win some money in the next 2 years. It's a house of good fortune. Also, if you're single, you can be so lucky in love. This could bring a soulmate love because of the North Node trine. You could fall for the love of a lifetime, and a soulmate love may blossom in your Pisces reality over the next 2 years. Unfortunately, with the South Node in the seventh house, well, it says soulmate partner. Any relationship that's not for you, that doesn't fit who you really are, can fall away as well by mid next summer. But that doesn't preclude Jupiter and Venus from bringing you the big love, soulmate love, love of a lifetime. That is something I'm seeing here for sure, but doesn't mean it happens in this August, although I wouldn't say it couldn't, but it could happen for sure in the next 2 years. Artistic creative projects are successful. You are thriving, you are flourishing, you are growing, you are making it happen. So allow for your creativity to flourish. This is your chance in a lifetime to really glow up that way. Like, did you glow up August of 2001 to 2003 in creativity, fertility, entrepreneurship, love, romance, fun play, and making babies? Maybe, but this has a North Node amplifying that success, and that wasn't there then. So I'm going to do a deeper dive because the asteroid there, by the way, the star there is a fame star, Sirius. So Pisces artists looking for breakthroughs and fame, this is for you. But talk about a great love story trying to blossom too. Now I'm going to pull a card from the Angels and Ancestors deck, and I can't believe which one I drew for you. It's such so perfect for a Pisces. It's just good old guardian angel. You are not alone. You are being guided. You are being guided. Look for those feathers on the street. That's how I know that I'm getting guidance. And I get a lot of feathers in the most recent time frame. They're all over the place for me lately. Watch for signs and reminders from your angels and loved ones that they are close by. Remember, they're working hard to guide you in love, in romance, in beauty, in art, in entrepreneurship, in fertility, and in winning the lottery. Everyone has a guardian angel who has been with them in the past lives and will be there for lifetimes to come. You are never alone. You will never be alone. The card is a reminder there are always helps and support available to you. Guardian angel is with you now, is here to aid you in all of your endeavors. In order to fully receive their support, ask for it. Surrender to the process. No. Whatever unfolds is in your highest good. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. A quick outro message for you. I have 3 minutes to my next class. Trust the synchronicities to open doors for you. I decided to call my sister Cindy today. The elephant is one of her super spiritual guides, Ganesha. It's one of her totem animals, all of that. And what happened is I tried to call her yesterday and a few days before, and we couldn't hook up. And she tried to call me when I was working at my desk, and I missed the call. But then I was walking to the store today to grab some stuff and see my chiropractor. And as I was walking, I called her. I'm walking down the street, and I pass an elephant statue as the thing is dialing. I didn't see the elephant statue, honking big thing on my street that I didn't even know it was there. Didn't see the elephant statue until I dialed out. And then I'm walking, and she picks up the phone, and I look over. Hello, it's my sister Cindy. And there is the elephant. And I told her about that. And it was so powerfully meaningful to her. It was a chain of synchronicity. She'd been having all of these elephant synchronicities before this. And I was just another confirmation. She was a bit of a hard time with her health, that all is well in her world. So trust yourself to be an agent of synchronicity. Let those synchronicities flow in your own life. Timing is perfect. I didn't miss her call. She didn't miss my call. The call had to happen when the elephant would cross my path. That's what I love about life. Look for those magical stories in your own. Bless you all. Like, subscribe, come study Sky Reader with me. And everything about me is in my description box below. Patreon community, Substack, all of that. Look at the more button, click, and you'll find more about me. I love you guys. Take care. See you in the next video.